Hello all, hope you're having a good day. I'm here in Noita today recording a video essentially because I wanted to have something that I could share with people when I see people online making posts talking about their struggles with survival in Noita, how to survive better, how to die less, how to get past the mid game. I think a lot of people get hung up on, and I understand that. I used to die a lot in this game as well until I kind of had a bit of a revelation to think about Noita more like a traditional roguelike game rather than kind of more of a run and gun. And that kind of changed my perspective and made me do a lot better. And I wanted to kind of share some of that with the community. So I want to go through some of these levels and give a focus more on surviving, thinking about and talking about tactics and strategy and the different considerations I'm having as I approach different enemies and different fights, and give some tips that help me out a lot. So yeah, hopefully that will help people and give something back. Before we get into the dungeon here, I will suggest going into options real quick and making sure that replay recorder is turned on. You can bump up your replay budget to give you a little more review time. Also under input here, under controls, this save replay binding is what you can press to look at that recorder whenever you want mid-run. I'm also going to suggest while we're in here to set some good bindings to your first and fifth item slot. That's your first wand and first flask, so you can access those really quickly. I have E and Q there, and also I set a mouse thumb button to item slot 2 for my second wand, which is usually where I put my teleport wand. All three of those things are very important. You should get used to being able to switch to those very quickly to get you out of bad situations or in bad situations. Yeah, so that's a big recommendation for survivability. As far as my equipment goes, bombs are good. I like having that. These work okay. My potion is blood, which is also not a bad starting potion to have. I would prefer regular water, but blood will do good things. It'll put out fires or whatnot. What I do want to do though is dump out just a little of this, so I can come up here in the entrance and collect a little bit of water. You can stand in this little divot to collect a little bit of water to get that at the top there. So if I did find some toxic sludge, I can convert that around and fill up with water instead. Before I drop in, I just want to take a look at what's down here, especially when going into a dungeon for the first time. It can be a little dangerous at the beginning, and just start thinking about what I see, planning my fights. And I'm going to head rightward because my priority, other than getting water, is going to be going for the tablet, because that's going to help me earn more money with trick kills, get me started in the first holy mountain as best I can. I know a lot of people can get frustrated with having to leave dungeons too early and then not be able to buy everything they want to buy, which feels bad and can shut you out from having some good equipment to go into the next biome. So I'm just working my way through here. I'm taking these fights slowly, things that I do want to fight. Some basic advice is fight things from as far away as you can. Give yourself as much distance to fight from so you can have a lot of time to respond and dodge or retreat or whatever, deal with any surprises that come your way. Giving yourself the most spaces you can is the best way to avoid taking unexpected damage. I'm going to have to maybe go around, but I'm going to back up and get in a better place to fight this TNT thrower. I want to break down through this stuff rather than going much further, so I'll just use something like this to burn this wood through and open up a spot. For fire, a really important thing to note is the different liquids that give you fire resistance. When you put those on yourself, you won't take damage to fire. You can sit around and walk through it and different things like that. which is really important to take consideration of, because as far as early difficulties with this first biome especially, taking chip damage is something that sends you into the next biome earlier than you want to. So the main thing you need to be comfortable with doing is reducing the chip damage that you take. The main ones are fire and toxic sludge, and there's good methods to avoid both of those things. You just have to kind of take consideration and preemptively plan when you see them, not let it just happen. This is a more dangerous enemy, so I'm going to make sure that I deal with them as far away as possible, because they won't even start shooting at you unless they're closer to you. That's concentrated mana, which I really want, so I'm going to grab that. I'll rinse this off real quick here. Back up from this guy. Take that fight a little better. I don't have water to get that gold without taking chip damage, so I'm just going to ignore it. It's okay. I'll get plenty of gold anyways. I usually can get around 1,000 gold before I reach the end of this first biome, which is a really good place to be. We'll kill that guy, but this guy I don't really want to fight until I have the tablet. So I'll try to go around him. They're not very dangerous anyways. They're most dangerous when you kill them, so I'm just going to avoid doing that. So far everything has been very safe. I've avoided taking any damage at all. I'm just going to continue rightward. I kind of lost my water drops I had in there when I needed to wash myself. Otherwise I would be able to use that water to convert this, and then I would have a full flask. I could go back to the start and collect some more water. There's actually some over here by this guy. So I'll grab some of this water, grab this gold, and come back here and convert this. So we got some down here, we'll just mix this up. I'm gonna dump this out. Hopefully we'll kill that fire mage down there while we do this. That's my goal. Yeah, there we go. When you get water kills on those guys, it's really good money. So you should always try to do that when you see them. It's kind of cheesing the enemy, which you should always do in this game. If you have an opportunity to cheese an enemy and get easy kills, you should take that opportunity every time, because in general this game is not very fair to the player. So you should make it not fair to the enemies if you have the opportunity. I like to put the tablet in the rightmost slot so I can quickly scroll up on my mouse wheel to select it when I'm on my main wand. One piece was lost to the cold, but that's okay. These guys are in a little bit of a vault that I can break with fire. I don't want to waste fire to get it, but I have this electricity wand that I think will, yeah, that'll get me in there. If they try to come through, they'll get stunned, which is pretty nice, but this is a nice far away place to fight them from anyways. I would normally go try to tablet kill those dynamiters because they're very easy, but I don't do tablet kills with the shotgunners very much because they just do too much damage to you. I very rarely tablet them. Tablet kills are trick kills, so you should think about them as such. You should only do trick kills when you know you have an easy kill on your hands. It's just not worth trading health for gold, especially since the tablet doesn't always guarantee you trick gold. It happens most of the time, but not every time. So for that guy up there, it's a very good tablet kill opportunity, and he's in a really good spot for me to do that too. I like to be able to get way above him and do a tablet kick onto them. If you don't know what tablet kicking is or how to do it, what you have to do is you do your kick, which I have that set to my middle mouse click. I don't know if that's the default or not. But the thing about kicking is there's an animation delay to it to where the kick doesn't actually happen immediately when you press the button. So what you need to do is throw the tablet after you kick, just slightly after you kick, which doesn't seem like how it should work. But because of the delay, that's how it works. So when you do that, you kick then throw, you actually kick the tablet and it does a lot more damage and it moves in a straight line. I missed that one there and just threw it, but yeah. So I usually like to tablet kick these guys here from well above them and make them explode everywhere and drop their acid below me. I also want to make sure I don't have anything I need to do below him because that the acid is going to melt the ground and anything that I might want to get, like a potion or something like that. So I'm going to clear that out first before I fight that guy. And that just goes toward my advice that I mentioned before of planning your fights, especially significant ones like that. Make sure you have the best chances that you can, and that everything works out to your advantage. I'll tablet kill this one. I could have got the other one too. It didn't matter anyways. Let's hope I don't go into this portal here when I'm trying to get out of this situation. Okay. So this is all pretty much clear down here. I don't need anything down here. So we'll go fight that, the big acid Hulk up there. I don't know what they're called. They do drop a good amount of gold, but usually it's in the acid, and that's basically not your gold in that case. Some of it's recoverable usually, but not all of it. Grab that piece. There's a piece over there I can go get. There might be a piece down here. Yeah, I can get this one. I don't want that. I can see some acid floating on top of it. You want to be careful because sometimes gold, when you grab it, it's maybe like sitting on a pixel of acid generation, then it all spews up and it'll kill you. It'll be a little risky getting this too. Nah, it was fine. Acid evaporates on its own over time, so I could have maybe left that there for another like few seconds just to make sure. Let me drop this down there and see if this will blow up. There's too much garbage pixels in here for that to work. Before I start trying to kill these guys, I'm going to try to neutralize some of this sludge so when I go and collect gold I can get all of it. I probably should use one of my bombs for this. I could even use one of these, maybe. Get stuck myself. This is all from that acid melting from killing the previous enemy. We'll give that a chance to get rid of that. I can maybe tablet these guys. When you're doing that type of stuff, I mean, you can be tempted to go grab your tablet and try to tablet kill the next guy. That's generally too risky. Just take the easy tablet kills. It's not really worth sacrificing health for gold. I'm still almost at full health, and I want to try to keep it that way. Those dogs usually don't do too much damage, but they can jump at you and surprise you with multiple quick jumps. We'll back up from him. Oh, maybe he'll die to fire and give me, yeah, extra gold. So, as long as I have water on me, I can just go through this. I'm actually gonna, yeah, we'll wait for that. Get that gold. And then we can get a free trick kill from this explodey box. Those usually always work in my experience, as far as giving you double gold. And I'm covered in water that whole time, so I had no real risk of being damaged by the fire that was going on there. Something also to note is pouring water on fire that's on the ground is not really going to help you at all. That's not really how you can prevent fire or put out fire very well. It's more putting water on yourself and staining yourself with fire. I wasn't really thinking about that tablet kill there. Oh. But I'm already at over 600 gold, which a lot of people will say you don't, or it's good to leave this biome with 600 gold, at least 600 gold, because then you can re-roll twice. We don't have to stop at that. It's fairly easy to get more gold than that, and we've been doing pretty well. Wow, this is dangerous. So I should kill this guy before I try to even engage that. And also that guy up there is kind of dangerous. Not the best and most safe place to fight him, but they're fairly slow shots, so they're easier to dodge. If you see one coming at you, whenever you're dodging things, look at the thing that you're dodging. Don't worry about shooting and hitting as much. Don't look where you're aiming. You want to be keeping your eye on what's coming at you so you can dodge just little hops. It would be even better to dodge from this area, though I don't have good footing underneath it. But I always, when I try to fight things, I try to fight them with empty space above me that I can float up into to dodge if I need to. We'll just take this route over here. So that was, yeah, not the best place to take that fight, but I didn't have much of a choice to go and fight somewhere else. I'm gonna keep backing up. It's a fairly safe kill. This gas can't hurt you, but it can choke you if you'll start to run out of breath, and it is flammable. I'm gonna get away from that guy, fight him from a little better place. He's jumping around all over, but that's about perfect right there where he made himself stuck. We're gonna backtrack a little to get these wands that I passed. I just need to have a route to them. It seems like I can get around that way. Maybe not. Yeah, I can get up through that, I think. I don't need that wand. This might, oh, no, I'm not blocked off. We can get up through this. Just neutralize that in case anything goes wrong in this area. I can probably light this up with this as well. Yeah. Just conserving my bombs in case I actually need them for killing something or a non-wood material that I need to get through, but it's generally pretty easy to get through wood. You can use the lamps that are hanging around or explosive barrels or boxes, things like that. I will take that. It's actually probably better than this. We'll just start using it. Don't need that. I don't remember if there was a lawn further back this way that I missed. We'll check it out. I don't think I cleared all of the upper part of the entryway area. See, this is where I need a bomb to get through. Not a wand I need to take. We'll try to explore up here. So, these guys are a bit more dangerous if they get next to you. They can knock you around. So I just wanted to take that fight a bit more cautiously, not fight all that stuff there at once. As with most roguelike style games, you want to take fights individually if you can, one enemy at a time. Don't fight things necessarily where you find them. Kite things around if you need to. Just get their aggro and then kite them somewhere that's more to your advantage to fight them at. Just going to neutralize all this. Here's a shop, and I've got plenty of gold, so I might buy some things here if they're any good. Though I don't think I'm going to grab any of that stuff there. I'll remember it's here, but yeah, nothing that I feel like is going to help with what we're doing today. He might be stuck in there. This might not be a good tablet kill. We'll refill while we're here. There's our entrance, so we'll just head all the way to the left if we can. Doing pretty well. Only have taken a few points of damage. I need to get down here, it doesn't seem. I think that I was cut off going any further left from that avenue. I might have to break through somewhere again. We'll try to do that right here. If I get down here, I don't know if I'll be able to continue, so it might be good to try to go... Well, I don't know if it's going to get me through on this top two. I do have 2 more bombs. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. We've got a couple throwers here. Good way to dodge the throwers is walk toward them, because usually, well, not like that. I was trying to back up to reset a little bit because of this danger that came into firing range there. But what I was going to say, yeah, a good way to dodge the dynamite that these guys throw at you is to walk toward them. Not necessarily all the way because they can melee you, but yeah, it's not necessarily always just an instinct to run away, to back up. I should have known that might happen. But if you give yourself plenty of space to fight these guys and approach it smartly, you can dodge them pretty easily. This was a good space right here to be able to dodge up from their bullets when they shoot at you. They telegraph when they're about to shoot at you, so you can kind of be a bit more prepared. When I was picking up that stuff, I didn't realize that guy down there. I didn't think about it properly to see, like, oh, I was in line of fire of the shotgunner. So that was a bit of a misplay. But we've done well other than that so far. We're over into the collapsed mines. There's some enemies here where, like those fiery potion throwers, that if I see them, I usually just call it a day and just leave. But there's also some guys that you can find on this part of the first biome that can pay out really well and aren't really that much of a risk. So just cover in water before I go through that. I don't need to wait for the fire to all go away. Still have some water on me, so I'll go and grab my tablet, but now we are all the way to the left side. Try to kick this. Yeah. Let me shoot this guy down. Oh, that's Invisibilium. Which, whatever. I got very excited for a moment seeing a blue liquid. So, another tip, I guess, when you're shooting things, it's easier to aim when you're standing and shooting rather than like bouncing around in the air a lot of times. This did give me a good opportunity to dodge downward and drop when he was firing at me. But in general, if you're shooting things, I also could have come way back here and stood here so I could have better opportunity or better firing stability to shoot him, and then I can dodge upward like that. It might have been a better place to fire from, but I did okay there. Something about Invisibilium, when you find it, it converts into water with water. So if you find a flask of Invisibilium and have a few drops of water around, you can just gather just a few drops of water in that flask, and it'll convert the whole flask into water. You can also maybe use it if you want. It I guess allows you to get through a dangerous place or something like that temporarily, but if you can find ways to kite around and kite back something and just kill that stuff anyways, you'll get gold from it instead of just leaving. Speaking of that, when you are finding those fights where you might want to go invisible to get through it, you want to remember when you're breaking up things like that, or just fights in general, always when you're prioritizing retreat, because in roguelike games, retreating is the strongest tactic. You want to make sure you're retreating. I'm just seeing how I can fight that guy. You want to make sure you're retreating into an area that you've already explored. Always prioritize that. Don't retreat into an unexplored, clouded area. You're just setting yourself up to get pinched. Maybe I haven't been in there. Whatever, I don't need to kill that guy. We have almost 1,000 gold. We can just leave. So yeah, that's the first biome. With only taking a little bit of damage with a bad encounter with a shotgunner, but otherwise went through mostly undamaged, cleared out the place essentially, collected almost 1,000 gold, which is going to let us buy basically anything that we want in here, maybe get a couple rerolls and still buy things. We'll come back to that in a second video, because generally when I'm building things in the Holy Mountain, my main consideration is building for what I'm going to encounter in the next biome. So we'll leave that discussion for the beginning of the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hopefully it helps you get through the first biome more safely and with more gold in your pocket. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye.